Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 74 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. I'm working on an automated wither spawning machine. We've built some of these in the past with many different ways of going about it, but as usual, we're going to start needing some more and more nether stars, so I figured it's about time to automate this process. Press button, spawn wither. 1, 2, deploy, pull out, and door close. Lovely. I'm liking everything about it. So what do we have to do this episode? Well, we have a lot to do. Step 1, I'm going to need to fill these block placers with items. Specifically, I want to fill them with, you guessed it, wither skulls and soul sand. Another thing we're going to need, more wither skulls. I would like to automate the wither skull farm that I set up last episode. So thus far, we have a way to spawn wither skulls, or skeletons, but we don't have a way to automatically kill them. I could, if I was being lazy and inefficient, set up one of those things, right? Like the mob spawner grinder thingy. But why would I do that? Because that's not going to get an efficient way of getting wither skeleton skulls. We need something better. So that's what we're going to work on at some point. Hopefully this episode. If not, next episode we'll get that going. What I need to do right now is head to the end. Because to populate the wither skeleton skull and soul sand structure over there, I'm personally going to need some items from Botania. And in order to get the items from Botania that I want, I need to go visit the end with some empty glass bottles. So let's get some. I'm going to get like a bunch. Yeah, stack sounds good. Why not? I've got unlimited glass. And what else am I going to do? I'm going to get myself some Eye of Ender. I must have crafted a bunch of those at some point because I have a ton. So let's go find ourselves the entrance to the end. But before we go, I'm going to need a way home, aren't I? What do I have that can get me out of the end without killing the dragon? I'm probably going to need Mistcraft. Yeah, let's talk Mistcraft. So Mistcraft is a mod that allows you to build custom ages, which we'll be doing some more advanced stuff with it later. But before we get into any of that, we're going to need to do something very simple. We're going to need an ink mixer. Check. We're going to need, I think that's actually all I need. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I need, right? Because unlinked link book, I believe I just make, and yeah, we should be cool. So maybe I'll snag a book stand as well. Might be nice to have one of those. And do we have some leather? No. Do we have some zombie flesh? Yes. Do we have some paper? We should. And some ink? Good. And I'm going to put away the frames for now. And we'll be right back. Alright, so let's do what we need to do for the stuff and the things. Let's first get ourselves just a few water bottles. Oh, that's right, they don't stack at all, do they? No fun. Let's put away things that we don't need at the moment, like levers, and probably don't need this guy, or, well, yeah, probably don't need him. Don't need this. That's good. And we'll pop down our ink mixer. There we go. Cool. Now we can combine glass bottle with water to get ink. And then we put the ink in there with the paper, and we get ourselves a link panel. Sweet. One small step of the journey. Cool. And I believe that I then combine that with leather, if memory serves me correctly. Yes, to get an unlinked link book. Cool. So in Mistcraft, you can use these link books to travel between different dimensions. You can create your own custom dimensions, but we're not doing that right now. We're creating a link book which can link us to a point in a dimension. This point, for a matter of fact. So we are now bound to the overworld with this book, and anytime I right-click on this book and try and use it, I can teleport right back to this exact spot in the overworld. The only problem is it doesn't work in the overworld. It only works in other dimensions. So I'm going to bring it with me to the end, so once I do actually visit the end and do what I need to do there, I can get home. Because otherwise, as we know, there's no getting out of the end when you are there already, unless you kill the dragon. So now, let's go find the end. Dun 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 dun. I've got all the things I need, yes? Probably. Oh, it's off in this direction. I'll be back after I find a stronghold. I feel like I've been traveling forever. Come on, where is this thing? Still off in this direction? Okay. Oh man, I think I finally found it. Yes. Yes, I apparently have. Straight down there. Okay, let's do it. Well, would you look at that? I found the end portal. Nice. I actually found it and then went back to my base and crafted another unlinked linking book because I decided I wanted to have a way to get back here easily instead of flying as far as I had to. So I flew back to my base, made that unlinked linking book, and then came back here to go ahead and make the end portal. Nice. So, you guys ready to visit the end? Jumping through. Nobody panic. So hopefully, there's not really going to be much in the way of dragons. It doesn't look too bad here. So let's go ahead and make our linking book that leads back to the end. Oh boy, a dragon. That's not ideal. First, I'm just going to hold right click. So we're collecting some Ender Air. This is Ender Air bottles. They are... I'm not bothering you, dragon. Leave me alone. I just want some of your air. Really? You're not even going to let me have some air in peace? Let's get out of here. Ta-da! Back in the overworld, exactly where I said I would be. Let's go ahead and make another link book stand. And we'll store this book somewhere handy, like here. Nice. So if I ever need to get back to the end, it's as simple as clicking and boom, I'm kind of there. And then I click back, boom, and I'm back in the overworld. Nice. So,
lights, Commander.
Now, let's use those Ender Air bottles for something good. Like, I want to make some red string. Those of you who paid attention during my Britannia Mod Spotlight might know what red string is. If you don't, you're about to find out. So I'm going to want 7 of these guys, as a matter of fact. And I'm probably also going to need some pixie dust. So we've got most of what I need here. String. Yes, and ender pearls. So I'm going to need 7, right? So let's go get 8. Britannia. First, do I have my wand handy? There we go. Send the mana pearls in there, and we should wind up getting some pixie dust. Thank you. Back to the base. We will add the pixie dust and the Ender Air bottles to get ourselves some red string. Nice. So those are the 7 pieces of red string I'm going to need. What do I use them for? Well, I'm going to put them into a red string container. So I need a chest. Awesome. And I need some more of the living rock. So how are we for chests? We have plenty. I made a bunch last time, didn't I? Living rock, I'm going to need a lot of you. So let's actually pop down here and see how we are for living rock. Not quite as much living rock as I may need. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of stone. Get to work, would you? Thank you. Oh. There you go. Nice. Alright, that thing should automate and still work from before when we set that up. Let's actually, for now, close this portal. So, button press. Thank you. So red string container. Go. Nice, I got all 7 of them. Perfect. Let's go set it up. So we're going to demonstrate how red string works. As a matter of fact, why don't I demonstrate it with a chest? And while I'm at it, I'm going to go get a couple more items. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I lied. We're no longer going to demonstrate with a chest. I'm just going to set the system up as I want. So, red string is cool. Why? Because it does cool things. Watch. I'm going to place a red string block probably right here. You'll notice that it has one side that is red. And if we hold our wand to the forest, we'll see it's not connecting to anything. So it might actually be outside the range. So that was one thing I did want to test, is what's the range on this thing? Can I do this? Alright, so that's good. I really hope I'm not like 1 block out of the way on this thing, but we'll find out in a minute. Okay, that works actually. Nice. That's cool. So it is actually perfect right there. I like it. Let's make sure, well, no, we don't need to close that. That should be okay. So we should be able to still test. Also, edit startup. I was like, hey, why isn't this thing running? Because this area is not chunk loaded and unloaded. So push button. So we'll notice that the red string doesn't reach that far, but it reaches that many blocks. So that's like the exact range. So that's perfect. Nice. And that shouldn't mess with anything. So I'm going to put a few more red string blocks here, here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Note now that we've got red string inventories beaming directly into block placers. What's nice about red string is these containers can automatically transmit items directly into these inventories through all the blocks that are in the way. How cool is that? I like it. So what we're going to have here, and like, here's one of those little details. Notice that when I activate it, like the strings not only just turn on and off, but like they shrink and fade away. Like that's one of the little details in mods that I always like am impressed with. Like somebody paid attention, particularly Vasky for, Britannia, to make it so that that little animation occurred. Very subtle, very minor, but really just adds to like how fancy the mod is, in my opinion. So we want to keep certain things in these blocks, right? So let's, for demonstration purposes, I wanted to snag some smooth stone. And we're going to have to do something a little different than what I'm about to demonstrate, but you'll get the gist of what I'm doing here in a minute. So let's place... Oh, there's one more thing I forgot. I need a chest. I'll snag 2 iron chests, because why not? We're going to need 2 in the end. We could do it without 2, but this is probably the way we're going to need to do it. So we're going to place an item transfer node here, and then we're going to place hyper rationing pipes. We don't want this guy to be... So let's do this, actually. I mean, I could actually do... You know what? I'll do this the proper way, which will be like this. If we put this here, you'll notice that that pipe is not a hyper-rationing pipe. But if we put one in here, now it is. Beautiful. That's nice and compact. So we're going to want something like this. So hyper-rationing pipes only keep one item exactly in their attached inventory. But remember, any items that land in the red string containers are beamed directly over to the block placers. So watch what happens when I, A, put some speed upgrades in this thing to make it run faster, and B, throw an entire stack of smooth stone in there. Boom. What happened to all the smooth stone? One block exactly of smooth stone is going into each block placer. How cool is that? Now watch when I press the button. It should have deployed and closed the door, and we got another refill. So let's make sure that this actually worked, because I think there was already smooth stone in here. So we'll test again. Go. And you'll notice there's 57 smooth stone in there at the moment, right? Eventually, a piece of smooth stone will be placed back in each block placer, and we should have something along the lines of 57 minus 7, so 50. Nice. So that's how we're refilling the wither stuff, right? Soul sand and wither skeleton skulls. Now we're going to need to make a minor change to this, and I will show you what it is. You can probably guess because I have 2 chests. We're going to need 1 chest piping out and only doing wither skeleton skulls, and another chest doing soul sand. And the main reason for that is because it'll just be faster, probably. That's pretty much my answer, yeah. So let's get a wither skeleton skulls going, because guess what? We're going to need a lot of them, especially if we're going to be spawning a lot of withers. And right now I have 1, so we're going to need more. How can we automatically kill these guys? That's a really good question that I'm going to answer in just a minute once I figure it out. I know of one way for sure, but it's the way that I kind of always do it, and I'd like to find a different way if possible, but we'll see. Alright guys, so I did spend a little time trying to find a better way to do this. But honestly, the way I do it typically is the best. So I'm going to do it slightly different than usual, but it's going to be a similar build. So apologies if you guys have seen something like this before, but really, I'm trying to make a pretty advanced system here. So let's take a look at what we're going to do. We're going to need a couple components to get automated wither skeleton skull killing going on. First, we're going to need kinetic attractors. So there's two types, corporeal and kinetic. Kinetic attractors can pull item entities, and corporeal attractors can pull monsters. So that's cool. So that's basically what we're looking at. And we want to pull corporeal, aka living creatures and such, monsters, into the thing. So we're going to need, in order to make that, a wand focus of telekinesis, which is a neat wand focus to have. So I'm going to need 4 nether quartz, an ender pearl, gold, iron, and shard. Okay, so at least 4. Gold, iron, and an air shard. No iron in here? Bad direwolf. There is now. A couple extras just to be safe. And the ender pearl, of course, which we don't need extras of. So, yeah, we'll just stick with 1. So ender pearl goes on the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll also have these guys all around. So 1, 2, 3. If I'm right about that. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Cool. And we shouldn't have any concerns about the liquids on the side, because that is awesome. So we'll get this thing cooking. That'll get us what we need. Nice. And while that's going, I'm going to be ready to make the corporeal attractor, which is going to need 2 copper, air, and earth shards, and some great wood logs. So copper in here? Yes. 2 copper, air and earth, and a couple great wood logs. Sweet. You're still cooking, so let's do this. Copper, right, and air, earth. A couple great wood logs. This thing should be about done. Nice. Just so you guys are aware, this thing is neat. I think it allows you to pick up item entities on the ground, so you can just do something like this and like move them around. It's fun. Where'd they go? Oh, magnet. But that's the gist. And then they get magneted in. But that's not what we're going to do with it. We're going to use it for a crafting component. So, sorry, but you're not sticking around. Maybe I'll make another one later to play with. I've never actually found like a good reason to have that thing. So, corporeal attractor. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. The next thing I want to make, and this is the part that's going to be a little different than normal, is I'd like to make a dynamism tablet. So we're going to need a golem animation core, gold, and 3 iron. That sounds really easy. What am I missing? 2 gold, 3 iron. The rest of this stuff can go away. Cool. I just need that mold. So if I'm right, it's Nitor plus something or other, right? Where is it? There we go. And 4 bricks. Okay. Hopefully I have bricks handy in the AE system. Nice. And we should have some Nitor. You know, I'll just throw 16 of these in here, and then we'll snag 1. And the AE system, of course, will autocraft more for us. Hooray! So then you, and then it was, what, gold and iron? Something like this? Nice! Dynamism tablet. Sweet. Door open, please. Oh, maybe sleep through the night. There we go. So the dynamism tablet is neat. It's going to go right here. Cool. And maybe I'll even take this Tyrian that I'm removing and place it under here just so it kind of has that consistent cool look. Nice. The dynamism tablet can either left or right click things for you. And while it works pretty similar to autonomous activators, you can also tell it to be redstone controlled. I'm not going to. Should I have used an autonomous activator for this? I totally could have, but I wanted to do something a little different than normal. Plus, it looks way cool because you get to actually see the sword kind of floating there in mid-space, and then when you walk up to it, like, it'll actually swing at you. So that's cool. So the beheader here, he's currently got beheading 2. He does have a modifier remaining, so maybe we can get an upgraded beheading. Just have to remember how to behead. I think it's ender pearl and obsidian, isn't it? I'm going to guess that that's what it is, and then if I'm wrong, then I apologize. And I'll look it up in the book. But we're going to need one of these. So you, and you. Nice. Beheading 3. It just gives you a better chance of getting skulls, right? So since we're automating this, that's what we want. So that beheading goes there. Boom. Ready to go. So any monsters that stand here will get swung at. As you can see, it actually just swung at and broke my little light. So that's neat. Let's also get some ethereal glass. Ineffable glass, that's right. It's the ineffable one that's clear. Yay. I was killing the monsters through the hole in the wall there. That's what I was doing before. So that's got that thing covered. Perfect. Let's put our kinetic corporeal attractor thingy right here. I'm not entirely sure of the range of this thing. I kind of forget. But we'll test it and see if this works. But you'll see pulling mode versus pushing mode. You can also configure this thing. I think there's a way to put like specific mob types, and there's also a way to pull only adults or children. So, you know, it's a neat way to do like animal farms and such. Maybe I'll make an animal farm with one later. But for it to run, it needs a redstone signal. There we go. The little particle effects there indicate that it's working. So now, let's turn off the lever and see if we've got some redstone or some skeletons to come. So after the idle tick down, we'll have the work begin. And remember, it does require just a bit of power and essence. And remember, when we use up the essence, it'll start spawning more mobs over here because that's what's going to happen. We need to keep that thing full. Automation at its finest. So this thing almost done. Let's watch what happens. Skeletons should spawn and immediately be pulled back because of the kinetic attractor. Let's find out if I'm right about that. Ah, who's shooting me? I'm trying to demonstrate something here, dude. There. Proud of yourself now? Oh, look. So we missed it, but I got a wither skeleton skull, so clearly I did something correct. Let's see. How's the work effort doing there? 400, 410, 420, 430. Boom. Skeleton gets pulled in, hit by the sword. He drops items. I get them. Nice. So now we have to collect the items. So let's do that part next. All right, so what I'm going to do is place down an item transfer node. This guy, when you place world interaction upgrades, I'm going to go with 4. And let's get out of here and see if I'm right about this. When you place items on the ground, the world interaction upgrade should be able to pick them up. And I've got ender particles on because I am a mini enderman, because they just fit better. So you see it's picking these up, but it's not picking those up. So I wanted to make sure. So let's throw another one in there. Nice. That looks like it's working. I mean, clearly all we should really have to worry about is it being able to pick up. I like to make sure that it can pick up the entire room, but in theory, it should really only need to worry about picking up from like right in front. So we're cool. It shouldn't ever have items laying over there that far away, because any mobs that die are going to die right in front of the dynamism tablet, right? So that's what we'll focus on. So that's picking up items. We're going to deposit them probably into a chest, because I think that's probably your best bet. I want to hook into the existing item duct connections here. So by placing them in this chest, they land in there. And then, let's see, there shouldn't be any stone currently. Correct? But what we're going to do is that. And we're going to configure this guy to extract, always active. And then we're just going to run this connection straight over to here. There we go. And if we take a look now, I guess with all 3 blocks there, I can actually not fit through. That's funny. If we take a look, we should see some stone in here, right? Nice. 11 pieces of stone. So any items that are dropped in front of this dynamism tablet get sucked up and deposited into the AE system, correct? Correct. Awesome. So we place the Deuterium back, we lose these ender particles, and I call that a complete build. So now we just turn off the lever, and we should start getting wither skeleton skulls in this system. So if we look right now, we should see there's just some withering dust from Ender Zoo, but in a moment here, we should see some wither skeleton skulls, or some wither skeletons spawning, and then we'll get their skulls. Does that sound cool? I'm a little concerned about the speed of this thing. I don't think there's any good way to speed it up. Ta-da! And then the items should disappear. Oh, you know what? They're actually that far back. I might need one more world interaction upgrade just to be safe. You should be able to collect them now, yes? Maybe one more? I shouldn't need much more than this, but let's go for it. There we go. Okay, cool. So that's good. Where did my... Oh, my Tyrion probably got picked up by the thing. So... Cool. Always test your systems. You never know what kind of shenanigans you might run into. Cool. So we just saw Wither Skeleton Skull drop. If we come over here and check Wither, we've got a Wither Skeleton Skull. Nice! Alright, now let's go get ourselves the next set for this build setup. So I'm going to need some covers. And it really doesn't matter which covers we go with. Cobblestone will work. Got these things. I'm going to need another transfer node with preferably some more speed upgrades. So let's craft 1, 2, 3, 4. Done and done. So that's cool. And we should be ready to go. So let's go outside and get ready to test this. Oh, you know what else I want to have? You can go away. Soul Sand can come with me, and Wither. We're about to do a final test of the Wither spawning system. I want you guys to be prepared for that. Cool? And everybody cross your fingers, because I really hope this doesn't like break in any way. Because I actually haven't fully tested if this will work. We're about to find out. Alright, so we're going to put some covers in between here, which prevents these from connecting. And no longer are you going to be doing stone. Thank you. But you're actually going to be doing soul sand. Cool. So we can get, let's actually push the button. That'll get rid of all the stone that's currently in there. And let's press it again. Cool. So you see how that's working? So you notice that it did the bottom 3 as soul sand. Pretty much exactly what I wanted. Let's do 2 things. 1, clean up our inventory just a bit. So I don't need you, or you, or you, or you, or any more of you. Cool. Number 2, we're probably going to want to sleep. And awaken. And then pick up my soul sand. Cool. So we should have soul sand automatically placed back in the bottom ones, but not the top ones, right? The top one is going to be... We'll probably break this, but we're going to put a chest there first. And we're going to put the transfer node here. Ah, the micro part. Let's make sure it's on the bottom there, and then this can go. Cool. And then this goes here with speed upgrades to make it just distribute a little bit faster. The speed upgrades really probably aren't necessary. We don't need them to be much faster than they probably already are, because we won't be spawning withers more than once every so often. But I just wanted to have them because why not? So wither skeleton skulls go. Boom. They should be distributed. 1. Why did you get soul sand? Oh, because I broke the... Yes, I broke the thing. My bad. So let's actually remove you and demonstrate that this won't happen ever again. So soul sand goes in the bottom. Wither skeleton skulls go on the top. And we should have soul sand in these. And we should have skulls in these. Cool. I am a gigantic fan of red string. You ready? Like, this is it. We're ready to go. No holding back. Let's fight a wither. Food. We're in good shape. Go. Nice. Look at it go. Look at it go. It's working. Perfect. The door closed with plenty of time left. I just want to make sure that no explosion issues occur here. Nice. So I got damaged, but no blocks did, which is pretty much the key to this build. So we now have a press button spawn with her. Gotta love it. Nice. Look at that. What is up? I have another nether star. Cool. So, like, that's it, guys. We're done. We have a wither spawner. Cool, right? Now, clearly, we don't have any more than the 3 wither skeleton skulls, but we would literally be able to just press the button again. So I'm not even going to touch the system. All I need to do is make sure that we have 3 wither skeleton skulls over here. Hopefully we do. We've got 0. So that's some pretty bad luck right there. You're still running, right? Oh, there we go. Okay. Cool. Alright, so we're going to have to wait for some more wither skeleton skulls. I'm going to think about if there's a way I can do this faster than I currently am. Unfortunately, I don't think the spawners from Ender IO will work. But this guy is just taking his time. We might need a little bit more power, but that's really the least of our worries. Alright, we'll be back in a minute. I'm actually not sure if there's a beheading tier 4, but we're going to find out. So by putting diamond and gold block on here, we get another modifier. Sweet. Can I have beheading 4? Sure, why not? I can technically throw another star on there to get yet another modifier, but let's see how beheading 4 does for us. Because I'm getting wither skeleton skulls slower than I had wanted. What is that noise? There's something behind me. So far 3, so that's at least good news. Am I missing, like... Oh, there they are. They're way down there. Oh, they're sorted by name, that's why. Cool. Alright, so we've got 3 more. Let's do another wither kill. Yes. And meanwhile, I'll leave that thing back there. I believe it's chunk loaded, so I should actually check. I want to make sure it is chunk loaded so that it is running. I'm pretty sure, like, this whole area is, but I should just double check. Show lasers. Yeah, 7 chunk radius. Definitely chunk overloaded. Oh yeah, it goes pretty far. Nice. Alright, so we're going to spawn one more wither and kill him, and then I think we have to wrap up the episode here, guys. Because it's getting to that point. I know. Everybody hates it. Nobody hates it more than me, I promise. But it's getting to be where we have to go. So let's get another set of wither skeleton skulls in there. They should be distributed very quickly. And then pressing a button... Remember, no change to the system other than adding more wither skeleton skulls, and we have a wither showing up. Nice. How cool is that, huh? Now, at some point, we'll probably automate killing the wither as well, because what's more fun than automating the spawning of a wither than killing a wither? Cool. So, wither's dying. We've got an automated wither skeleton farm. We checked out the end. We checked out red string. Hopefully the endermen are not too upset at us for, going in there. Wow, I am suddenly taking a lot of damage. Hang back for a second here. Maybe be a little bit safe about this. There we go. Wither dead. Yeah, do be careful. I'm not invincible. I should probably get some better armor at some point. Maybe very, 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 very soon. We'll see. For now, Daryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll be back next time to maybe use some nether stars to get a tier 5 blood altar. Maybe get some better armor. Maybe have some fun doing some things and stuff. How am I for hearts? Nice. How many do I need? I need 8. Nice. So let's see. Empty canister. Really? Aluminum ingot? real quick. I just want... Cool. Nice. One of them. Let's get ourselves some jeweled apples. And that should be enough to get me another full set. Nice. 6. So I need, what, 2 more necrotic bones? Those will come courtesy of my wither skeleton farm now. Hooray! Probably the 6 that I had came from my wither skeleton farm. Nice. I should pick up something there for picking up the experience, but we have an experience farm already, so I'm not worried. And we already have 2 more wither skeleton skulls, so that's good news. Like I said, Daryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will be back next time for a whole bunch of stuff that we need to do still. 3 wither skeleton skulls. Take it easy, guys.